I want to introduce Kevin Hunter, who is the owner of Touch Toggle. Kevin, did you make it?
I am here. I had to find the mute button to
I got
get back on.
Let me answer. Kevin is going to be doing a my bill, a build along coming up in April. But I asked him to be on the show tonight and talk a little bit about it. And he wants to tell you about a great discount for the people on the show. So, Kevin, welcome.
Hi. Do you have video or not?
No, do not have video.
Okay, let's try that. Okay. Hi. There we are. Okay. Well, I just was able to get in this evening and had some time to get online. I have been, at this time of year, it's very difficult for me to break free. So, I'm glad to see you guys. And yeah, I like the presentation just now on fasteners and all the tools and whatnot. That's great. Anyway, we have a bunch of new products. We have some interesting new ways to make things go together. Most people are using our touch toggles to control their switches manually, controlling their switch motors manually. And we have solutions for most types of switch motors at this point. They all use exactly the same touch toggle controls. And so, what is it, April 17th or something like that?
Yes.
Whatever that Wednesday is, I'll be here. We're doing a 3-part thing, and I'll be introducing, I think for each section, I'll be introducing some products and then talk about how to use them, how to assemble them, and some of the little tricks that make putting together a control panel very easy. I'll try and have demonstrations and so forth. We have a couple of new products, which you can see on the website. The easiest way to get to the website is touchtoggle.com. And it's also Barrett Hill Shop, which is, Barrett Hill is my shop company, but Touch Toggle is just easier for people to remember. Anyway, what I'll recommend for a build along, if you want to design your own control panel for your own railroad, or if you're thinking of doing that, go online and get a package of toggles and a base and a power supply. And you choose the base based on which type of switch machine you're operating. Most of it's self-explanatory. If you have trouble, there's a contact us, including a telephone number and an email address at the top of the page. So just let me know if you're having trouble finding what you're looking for. We have separate bases for the old twin coil machines like Atlas and Bachmann and some of the older machines. We have one for Kato machines, the push-pull. It's also what you use for Rapido trains, switch machines, and uncouplers. And then we have what we call the direct base, which operates tortoise machines and stall motors. There are a number of other machines like I always get it wrong, but the little Eastern European machine that
Pico
brought into California right now, the MP3, is that, or MP1, something like that. And so we've got solutions for different machines. Most of them are on the site. We also have servo controls. So if you want to drive a little servo motor, we have direct controls for that are fully adjustable. And actually, we're right in transition. In a month or so, we'll have our new servo base controller, which will have a bunch of optional features. So if you're thinking of servos, you may want to wait for that. Anyway, and we also, the toggles can be used with your own electronics. A lot of people hook them to Arduino boards and so forth. and it's keeping everything straight. But so there are a bunch of other manufacturers that our gear can hook to. The new Digitrax 7 series of controllers, we have a unit that plugs directly into that. So there's no interpretation at all. It just works. So that's really thrilling for me. Anyway, what I'll recommend, go online, find the package that works for you, get a small something to put together. If you're good with graphics and want to do something based on your own railroad, you can do that in a computer. But we have a little video on the website that shows how I did it with a Sharpie. So you don't have to get exotic with it. But and the thing is, the parts are all reusable. So if you do something that's kind of half-baked, done with a pencil, you can always update it with what you like. And often it's better to do a couple of iterations so that you know you like it. You put it together and you go, well, that's terrible. So, and then you can fix it very quickly. So what you'll need to do is get a picture frame suitable for the size you're thinking of doing, one of our packages, and at a Michael's or a fabric store, there's a material, polyester batting, and this stuff is very fluffy. You'll want a small amount of that. I'll make it more obvious when we actually build it. But those are the only parts you'll need to process through this, to go through this. I'll be back next week. I'll try and have some answers to questions people send me, and just bring things more up to date.
Kevin, you're giving a nice discount on these scores, right?
Yeah, and so when you check out at the site, there is a little thing right next to the subtitle that says, "Do you have a coupon?" And now you do. The coupon is NewTrax 23, terribly difficult to remember, and that will go from now till about a week after the end of our my presentation. So I don't know the exact date, but it's late April. And anyway, so you can type that in now and get a 10% discount on anything you do purchase. So it's part of the reason I wanted to come in tonight, was just to share that and let people get lined up. And so
Kevin, we look forward to seeing you next week. I can't thank you enough for coming by and stopping in tonight. Thank you.
Right. So, somebody on the note here just said, we offer terminal connectors for tortoises. And I actually cooked up the first socket PC board and terminal type assembly that now is available from 4 or 5 different manufacturers. And so we tried to keep pace with the current pricing, but I actually had those for sale before I had touch toggles. So, I got so tired of soldering upside down under the layout. Well, thanks, Jim, and I'll turn it back to you. We've got.
Okay.
I'll have plenty more to say soon.
Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. I told Jim earlier I can't be on this every week because I fall asleep shortly after 8 o'clock. Whether I'm sitting up or not, I'm usually out of it. So I really appreciate it.
Hey, Kevin, my presentation coming up is on touch toggles. So stay awake for that one.
Are you up next, or do I have to go to sleep?
We spoke right before, if you recall.
Yes.
Yeah. Here I am.
Yeah. And I like, what is that, a projection behind you or a green screen, or?
It's just a picture of my layout.
Yeah, it looked like. All right. Well, good to see some faces that I talked to a year ago or more. God, when was the last? Was it 2 years or more?
No, no, it wasn't that long. Come on, what? You got a worse memory than I did, Kevin.
I am just now, because it's the middle of production and I am making stuff like crazy. And for some reason, it's just been an explosion of new products. So again, I'll give you details on all this stuff, but I sent out for 6 new prototype boards today. Okay. So that's, each one leads to a product or it's a failure, you know, one way or the other. But a lot of neat stuff coming. So
Kevin, we need more manufacturers in the hobby that have your thought process and your guts to bring these products to market. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks very much. I'll talk to you soon.